Welcome back to my channel. Today I figured I would do a really quick no makeup type of look just for like every day. I have a lot of things to get done today. It is a couple days till Christmas. We have a couple of videos to do, and I figured why not do a really quick video to show you some of the products that I use and how I achieve the no makeup look. I am by no means a professional at this, but I figured I'd help others out with what I use to get rid of some of this redness that I have around in here, some of the darkness that I get in here. So what I use is I start off with this Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. Whoa, we got a new camera, and it's taking me a little bit of getting used to. I can do a little bit more close-ups and things like that. To start off, this is what I use. So the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I don't like all the crazy, really thick makeup look that everybody does. I'm not a fan of that. This gives you like a sheer coverage, and I honestly don't want anything more than that, especially if I'm doing just a stay at home or run errands kind of look and I'm not going anywhere else. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot to show you this. Right, so first things first, I'm going to start off with this Too Faced primer on my eyes. It helps me keep the eyeshadow. It actually makes your eyeshadow pop, and it stays. It doesn't go creasy on you. You don't have any issues. You can find, I believe the NYX one I have as well, but I always keep coming back to this one. I really like this. I've had this bottle for a very long time, and I know you're supposed to replace them, and I don't know. Do as I say, not as I do, as my mom says. All right, so you let that dry, and you just put on your Complexion Rescue now. And I really don't use a lot. Like I know everybody uses blenders and this and that. I tend to use these, which break off. They're cheaper, and you don't have to wash them, and you don't have to have all these extra crazy things running around, and they don't grow mold and mildew. You just throw these suckers right in the trash. And I just use my fingers, honestly. It's just as simple, and I get just as good results. Now, because I use the Obagi, some of my skin is going to look super dry in this video. It has nothing to do with the makeup that I'm putting on. It has something to do with the Obagi that I'm using. So you're gonna see some of this like peeling type of stuff going on. It's from the makeup, or not the makeup, but the Obagi that I put on my face at night, and it's supposed to be helping with this pigmentation that I have here. About a month ago, I really looked like I had a mustache going on here. It's getting much better. I have another 2 months of using the product, and it's actually, I can say it definitely works. I was spending tons and tons of money at Ulta and Sephora and all this stuff, and I wasn't getting anywhere with any of the products. Then I would go and I was trying to get makeup that would cover it, and it almost like it sucked it in and didn't work. So I just, like I said, sheer coverage for me. This is also buildable. When you let it dry, you can come back over it a little bit in the areas that you want more coverage. So like I like more coverage on my chin because of the extras here. So now that I let that dry a little bit, I'll go back over it. I have some redness here and a little bit on my nose. On days like today, I don't use a primer. This seems to say as long as I set it with a powder. I also have rosacea, so I have a lot of skin issues I'm dealing with. All right, so now that that's done and we have a lot of peely skin underneath my chin. All right. Other good thing, make sure you have makeup wipes or some toiletry wipes to wipe your hands off. Sometimes makeup can get a bit messy. That was quick. Izzy's trying to figure out what's going on over here. She always wants to be picked up. So the trash can's pretty good and handy to have next to you. Like I said, I have some of those peely things going on. So that's what I'm trying to take off here. Not the makeup, just the peely thing. Now I'll move on to my eyes. What I usually do is a basic color over my whole lid. So what I'm gonna be using today is the CoverGirl Sunkissed, and I'm going to be using this color right here. The brushes that I use are the Eco Tools. I got these at Walmart, and these brushes I really like. They're not overly pricey. They do the job. Now that I've got that on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick my color for the day. I'm not doing a fancy smoky eye. I'm not doing any of that stuff today. Like I said, I'm keeping it pretty simple and natural as much, well, not really. I'm just doing it simple basically. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. I am going to take this color next to this, and I'm gonna kind of make it a little bit more dramatic up in here, but I'm not doing smoky eye or anything like that. Just gonna take it out to the corner a little bit just on the lid. And being as though we are on the camera a lot, I've got to do looks that you can see in the camera. Now I'm gonna take a big puffy brush from Eco Tools, and I'm just gonna kind of soften it a little bit and blend it a little bit more. I don't want it like in your face type of stuff, you know? Now I'm gonna take the Lorac. I don't know what color this is because I have a magnet on the back from being in the RV, but it's the Lorac, one of their little pot shadows. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. I'm just gonna go in the corner of my eye and take it to maybe about the mid part of my eye. Your eyelid right there, see? That's gonna brighten your eye up. I'm gonna go in with this Minerals Bahama. It's a loose powder. And I'm just going to use some on the lid and go in right here on the corner and just brighten that up a little bit more. I might take it up a little bit into the crease. There we go. Now I'm going to try and set up underneath this with some of the Airspun loose face powder. Can't find my brush. Now this is made by Mata. These are their unicorn brushes. They're not that expensive. I think I paid, I don't know, I want to say like $6 on sale. It was a Walmart sale. I really like this fluffy one. I was looking for a fluffy kind of brush that I could fluff like my powder and stuff on really quickly. And I really use this a lot, especially if I'm coming up underneath my eyes to brighten them up in here. So what I'm gonna do is just tap into this powder. I don't usually use a powder all over my face. I usually end up using the It Perfecting powder because it has the SPF in it and I like that. And I use that for my contouring. I don't use regular contouring powders and all these extra things. I just don't. I just don't find them useful, and I don't like the way they look. I don't like any of that stuff. I don't want to, I don't know, I just don't want to complicate the look, because by the end of the day, it looks like it's a disheveled mess on your face. I don't like the whole eyebrow trend that is going on with this really thick craziness with the eyebrows. I am not a fan of that, and I'm not knocking anybody that is, but I'm just not a fan of it. I'm using the NYX Professional Makeup. What color is this? It's a micro brow pencil in Espresso. I got this at Walmart, obviously, because I'm a Walmart shopper. I just like to fill them in pretty easily. I don't like to make them all fancy and thick and bushy. I'm not a fan of that. I just fill in some of the sparse areas. I'm still growing mine out because they were super thin, like barely there. I like this because it's just super thin. So after I put some in there, I will just brush some of it out with a little brushy end. And there's the one eyebrow. Let's go on to the other. This side is usually my nemesis. It never really wants to do what I want it to do. So I will go around, I will shape it first. What I like about this is that it's super forgiving. So if you put too much on there, you can literally brush it off. And my husband is not a fan of too much makeup either. So I try to keep it like a happy medium between the two. My husband calls it a cake face. He doesn't like the whole cake face look. So my newest thing is, I haven't been using a liquid liner all the time on my eyes, and it bothers my eyes sometimes. So I've been doing just a liner with the powder, and I have the Too Faced Cat Eyes. What color do we want to use today? Oh, you know what? I'll probably go in with the Panther. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in with the Panther. And I'm gonna get my liner brush. If you want a more dramatic look, you can wet it. Something new to me, so it's just, if I like how it looks, I like how it looks like I have makeup on, but it doesn't, it's not like a whoo, in your face look, you know? Okay. It really matters if you're using a good eyeshadow that's meant for lining when you do this, because I've used this palette before to do it, and not that it's not a good shadow, because it is. Obviously, you see on my eyes it's a good shadow, but without the primer on it, it tends to not pop as much and you don't really see it. So if you wanted more of a subtle look, you can use this, but I don't know, I like this, and it's more of a like a creamy look. This is a creamier type of eyeshadow as opposed to this one. Of course, this one costs a lot more money than this one. However, when you go in the stores, things are getting more and more expensive, so it's like, okay, you don't know anymore. It's just, all right, there we go. I'm actually going to carry some of this up on top of my eye, just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Now it is time for some blush. What I use is the Flower. I've been kind of addicted to this one because I do not have to put illuminator on my face or anything like that when I use this. It does it both. And it's Warm Hibiscus is what the name of this is, and it's one of their flower pots. Now I don't have my kabuki brush over here, so we are going to have to use this old trusty guy over here. Alright, if you guys like this look and you want to see the rest of how to put the look together and do your hair and all that, check out the other video from today. I'm getting ready to go do my hair. I hope you enjoyed some of my tips and learned something from this video. If you did, make sure that you comment below and let me know what you learned. If you have any tips or tricks from me, make sure you put them in my comment box below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about these videos. That's the only way I'm gonna get out to other people and let them know. See you guys. Thanks for sticking around and having some fun with me.